Welcome back, everyone. My name is Eltimar, and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pathfinder Kingmaker. We came back to the capital to do some ruling, but apparently we have to talk to Jubilos because he has a main, well, not a main story, but his secondary storyline. Like his companion quest mission to talk to us about. Amazing, you managed to save your barony from an invasion of monsters from the First World, but you were not able to protect it from the attention of the First World's most powerful denizens. Believe it or not, but Kyrieru has been chosen as the next location for the Inconsequent debates. What are the Inconsequent debates? A curious phenomenon that isn't very well known. They say it's based on a bet made by the eldest rulers of the First World quite a long time ago. One day, one of them sent a delegation of Fae to Galarian. They announced where the competition would take place. Don't let the name fool you. It's anything but debates. The contest begins as soon as they have enough participants. The contests and the rewards are different every time, although every time is a stretch. Only 3 such occasions are known over thousands of years. Anyway, it's happening again. And this time the reward is a chance to ask any question whatsoever of the host, the competition's mastermind. This creature, whoever it is, speaks on behalf of the eldest. Do you see why I can't miss this chance? I don't. Tell me. Just think. We have an opportunity to ask a question of the host, the messenger of the self-appointed deities of the First World, and demand an answer. The gnomes originally ventured from the First World, lost their immortality because of it, and received our curse in exchange, the bleaching. No one has discovered the reason for this, and none can stave off its consequences. But if we manage to win the competition... ... Do you know anything about these debates, or are we completely in the dark here? You never know what mad ideas the Fae might cook up. I only know one condition. Only teams of 3 are allowed to participate. Who do you think we should take as our third? I think we should take Lindsay. Something tells me the Fae are not likely to hold competitions in rope pulling or beer drinking, but the skills of a bard might come in handy. Besides, we should give the young lady a chance to channel some of that energy. Can participating be dangerous? Considering that the Fae are involved, absolutely, but if the chronicles are true, nobody has died in any previous debate. Well, we can't pass up such an opportunity. I agree. Great, I'll mark the spot on your map where the competition will take place. The sooner we arrive there, the better. The Fae Lords won't wait forever. We also have another one coming in right now. I know this because I checked this out before doing this video. I was like, what exactly are we doing in the capital? Hooray, we did it. Another attack has been repelled, and the barony is stronger than ever. Your grateful subjects even brought you a gift to honor this outstanding success. Unfortunately, now is not the time to rest. While everyone was preparing for the next attack, I was looking for a way to overcome the curse. I read some ancient books, talked to the locals, then I had a word with the storyteller, and we decided that, well, he'll tell you better. The storyteller clears his throat. I'm a keeper of stories, Your Grace, and I've amassed a respectable collection over my long life. There are, of course, stories of curses among them, ancient and dark, having taken thousands of lives, destroyed kingdoms, and brought down. Well, our curse really isn't exactly a real curse. We think there's someone specific behind these attacks. Oh, I'm sorry. Realizing she interrupted the storyteller, Lindsay turns red. Tristan turns pale. It's not a curse, then what is it? I'm more interested in defeating it than understanding it. With swords and spells, of course. You can't chop an ancient curse to bits, but I'm sure the villain behind the attacks would suffice. Lindsay, I think the Baron is asking whether we know the name of our adversary. Alas, the answer to that question is no, at least not for now. Personally, I believe it's the work of some Fae. I recognize their hand, so to speak. If this isn't a curse, then what could it be? We don't know yet, but that part doesn't matter. Lindsay waves her hands carelessly. What is important is that we're finally making some real progress. I would imagine that the person behind these attacks is somebody harboring great evil against you and your barony. I would not be surprised if it's the same adversary who is behind the bloom. I agree, after the last attack, I got the feeling that the owlbears and manticores came here as revenge for what we did to the ever-blooming flower. Whoever or whatever caused these attacks, I'm sure they'll continue. We must be ready to repel the next one. That's exactly what we'll do. Sooner or later, the villain will show himself. Once he slips up, we can finally punish him for all the trouble he's caused. Lindsay frowns belligerently. Tristan chuckles. I didn't expect such vitriol from you, Lindsay. In any case, I would advise hearing this villain out before punishing him. We still have no idea why this unknown enemy is targeting us in particular. I'm sure we'll know our foe's face soon enough. We've repelled his attacks 3 times now. He must be reaching the limits of his patience. He won't get away with this forever. Cool. Alright, now we're going to do some ruling things really quickly. And I'm going to wander off to the Inconsequent debates so we can do those with Jubilost. Going to pause the video. Back shortly. We are back and ready to enter the Inconsequent debates. I actually don't remember this area particularly well. So, should be interesting. I honestly have no idea what to do here, so this is going to be very interesting. Near Zottenruppel. A very pale gnome with dull, brittle hair is scribbling something busily on a small scroll, not looking up as you approach. Ah, there you are at last. Go read the rules quickly. They're posted a little further along. The other team has already arrived a while ago. The host said we'll start as soon as we show up, or as soon as you show up and read the rules. Of course, I'm famous enough for my admirers to follow my every move, but still I'd like to know. How did you know we were coming? The gnome shrugs. The host says so. Well, are you going to keep wasting your time? Read the rules. We'll start. Alright, rule number 1. Fixing his glasses, Jubilos looks at the paper describing the rules. Well, let's see. I'll read out loud so everyone can hear. Rules of the Inconsequent debates year to be added later. I see the authors didn't overstrain themselves. So the rules. Item 1. Obey the host in everything. Item 2. Come in triplets. Item 3. No fighting. No killing each other. Even temporarily. Even if you really want to, or even if you apologize later. Item 4. The most important one. The participant must assume the shape of a giant frog. Jubilos looks puzzled. A frog? What does that have to do with anything? Are those the right rules for the competition? What an irresponsible wordmonger. Meh. What is this? Am I a frog? I examine the rules. Something is obviously wrong here. It's not difficult to see that the text of the last item of the rules is a little different from the others. It looks like someone added it in, vaguely copying the style. The last rule has been added to the others. I would say someone inserted it on purpose and charmed the scroll somehow. That's sabotage. The huge frog can't keep his peace and croaks in indignation. Turning me into a giant ugly toad? How would you please tell me, am I supposed to participate in the debates like this? I didn't carefully rehearse my image and the impressions I make on my listeners just to lose it all in a snap? And what if the spell can't be lifted? My admirers won't even recognize me. Don't be upset, you're not an ugly frog. In fact, you're a rather handsome one. Thanks, Lindsay. No, I can't bear this. Are you saying that the last rule was written in? Some other participant must have done it to hinder their rivals. Eltimar, we need to find this trickster and make them fix it. Don't worry, I'll question everyone here and identify the trickster. Don't worry about anything. I'll go right to the host and ask him a few questions for my book. It'll buy some time. You start looking for whoever is responsible for this. Alright, well... now we have to look around. There are a few people. Let's see. Well, there's Sir Alfrey. Or Alfrey, whatever his name is. Let's try him. Greetings, I'm Sir Alfrey, loyal follower of the Tentacles of Iomede. Knight, noble, and crusader for Mendev. Tentacles. Oh yes, my knightly motto used to be courteous even in death, but I'm afraid it must now be changed to severing the tentacles of evil. In just a few phrases, he managed to pour more pomposity on us than I can manage in a week. Quite a talent. The Tentacles of Evil. Is that why you want to change the motto, sir? You see, upon my arrival, I immediately went to read the tentacles of the event, but Guile already had me in its tentacles. The rules were charmed, and everyone who reads them must say tentacles every so often, which is happening to me right now. Tentacles. If I can't get rid of this affliction, at least tentacles, I can make it into my motto. Did you try to talk to the host about this? I did, in the name of tentacles, but Faye think that cheating within the rules is tentacles, and perfectly appropriate. As a true knight, I must overcome these tentacles resolutely. Do you have any idea who could have done this to the rules? It was done by one of the participants who allowed their tentacles to guide their heart, including you and me and my tentacles. 4 teams of 3 have arrived. I swear by my tentacles, my service to the most honest Iomede would never allow such tentacles. Nor would I suspect you and your outstanding companions, noble tentacles all. Look for the villain among the other 2 teams. So you're a Mendevian crusader? Truly spoken. I hope you have heard about our glorious tentacles. Our order fights demons fearlessly, preventing their tentacles from spreading across the world. You don't often meet Osmar in these lands. Osmars are not so uncommon in our tentacles. Celestials are known to aid Mendevian crusaders in our wars against the demons. Sometimes this camaraderie sparks a tentacle. I mean, personal attraction. But the presence of Holy Celestial nearby can sometimes cause the birth of an Osmar child. See, easy as tentacles. Are you participating in the debates? I most certainly am, and by my tentacles. I've come here to carry out the will of my tentacles and set a good example for my tentacles. Possibly to find a new way to fight tentacles, that is, demons. If I win, the Fae might answer all my tentacles. I think I have to go. Before you leave, let me ask you, and in the name of tentacles, don't consider it idle curiosity. What need brought you to the tentacles debates? That'd be me. I asked for the Baron's help with this, in this endeavor, because winning will let us ask what made the tentacles. Ahem. What caused the gnomes to leave the first world. For me, these tentacles are something more than mere scientific curiosity. I'm amazed at how inquisitive the tentacles of your mind are, sir. I admit it's the first tentacles that I've ever talked to. Such a learned frog. Tentacles. Forgive me my ignorance, but it never crossed my feeble tentacle that there are educated ones among your race. For the love of Desna, I'm not a frog. Let it be known to you, sir, that you are speaking to Jubilos Narthruppel, a well-known publicist and researcher. This shape is but the consequence of a silly prank. I'm a gnome, and that's why I'm participating in the debates, to learn how my race received the affliction called the bleaching and discover a way to fight it. In that case, I wish our worthy rivals good tentacles, in the name of truth, justice, and tentacles. Alright, let's go. Well, the kobold's just a kobold, so he's not really a person. Anybody else has a name other than Jubilost, obviously? There's a horse and another guard. Let's go talk to Neard Zottenruppel. The pale gnome reads aloud enthusiastically, and the young wizard desperately thrashed about his fetters, but all in vain. The shoots of the plants held him tightly. The nymph, cruel and beautiful, sneered at him, and immediately anything. The left frog is mocking the right one. Does this book ever end? I thought the wizard would die in the last chapter while he was running from the horde of unicorns through the fields of giant fly traps. Oh, like you understand anything about literature, you stupid toad. The gnome looks at you. Ah, hello again, travelers. It seems I haven't introduced myself. I'm Neard Zottenruppel, and these two idiots are my brothers, Vyar and Luar. You look pale. She looks bleached. Jubilost's voice is grim. It's alright. Got a fair bit of fight left in me. The Zottenruppels don't go down easy. Neard smiles cunningly. My brothers and I lost our color long ago, but death still hasn't taken us. So what did the nymph immediately do to the wizard? Too much to tell. She keeps him hostage for another 4 chapters. I like it when it's more like real life. In this author's book, he escapes from the evil wizard in 5 minutes. Why are you calling these frogs your brothers? These fools read the rules, and the rules are charmed. Neard's colorless and dim eyes flare up with mad and joyful fire. Anyone who reads them turns into a frog, so now I have 2 frog brothers, I guess, and I'll leave them as they are. When else will I ever have a chance to laugh so much? And why are they both frogs? Did they read them together? Yes, Neard responds quickly. Nah, the frog on the right says happily. Shut up, Lar. Of course we did. We read them and we transformed. Now we're sitting and croaking. Are you participating in the debates? Sure. Although really we're just here to see the show. We figured it'd be fun and we were right. Oh, I'll talk to you later. Talk to the kobold. A little kobold raises his little snout to you. Greetings. Are you prepared or participating in the debates too? Yes, I participate. Amazing. We'll be competing against the inarticulate kin of unforgettable Tartic. The kobold looks at Jubilost with interest. Huge frog, you speak. Can we mount you? I feed you ants. Clean you skin. I am rider. In the list of all the job offers I've ever received, that would be honorably placed in the I'm ready to cry section. Why do you have those jerboas here there? The kobold lowers his head. Faye say need 3. I know 3. I know friends. Wanted to go very much. Caught this jump mice. Now we are 3. Participate. It's like a spell was cast over my friend when he read the rules. Did anything like that happen to you? I don't read. Gnome help me. Read for me aloud, but then I scream. I scared. So what do you want if the host if you win? I dragon. How to become dragon. Okay, I'll go. See you. Alright, well, we have that one. No, and that one. There's Lindsay, and there's a cat thing there. There's the host just chilling. We're missing a group. Where's the last group?
I will guide us.
I thought there was 4 groups of 3 plus us. Don't want to read the rules, that could go badly for us.
Leads on.
So we did that. Anything over here? No, there's really nothing else around. Unless there's someone behind the host, who is vaguely shimmery. Alright, well I guess that's pretty well it. Let's take a look at what the quest log says to do. No, we still have to find the guests and talk to the guests and find the trickster. Okay, this is all the same. We've already talked to him. The little kobold said one of you helped him read the rules. Yeah, that's true. But he wasn't trying to read the frog rules. They're different on every poll. One turns you into a frog, another makes you say tentacles, and the third one makes you scream like crazy. Hilarious, right? Not remotely. You're confused, my friends. If one of you read the rules for the kobold, why isn't one of you screaming? How is it that both your brothers were turned into frogs? And if Neard already saw what happened and knew the rules were charmed, why did she tell us to read them? Do you suspect us of something? Why would we charm the rules and read them ourselves? Or make you read them to put a spell on you? Neard adjusts a ridiculous helm and strikes a rakish pose. Because you're gnomes, only a gnome could think of playing a joke on everyone around and then joyfully get caught in their own prank. You're far-sighted and loud-voiced. I like you. Answer clearly. Did you charm the rules? Why are you picking on us? Our sister's the one who did it. Enough snitching, Lar. You're just jealous that it was Neard who came up with the idea. Stop this immediately and release Jubilost from the spell. Croak. Croak, croak. We're just stupid frogs. We understand nothing. Neard pretends not to hear anything. Eltimar, I know this is unexpected, but just leave it be. I'm ready to address, or to participate in the debates, even like this. Croaking all the way. And why'd you do it? You're so boring, we wanted to, so we did it. Just think how funny it would be. Debates where all the participants are screaming or talking about tentacles or croaking near roars with laughter. But we're honest players, so we charmed ourselves too. We wouldn't want an unfair advantage. Well, it's a fine prank. Let everything stay as it is. Amazingly, Jubilost sighs with relief. Ah, there you are. Glad I found you. I stalled as long as I could, but now it's time to begin. Let's go quickly. It's time to do this thing. The hooded creature looks mundane, but after looking for a time, one might notice the figure's contours trembling and flow as if in a haze. Welcome to the Inconsequent debates. You can call us the host. We are the reason for all that happens here today. You've read the rules, have you not? Not that there's anything useful in them. We only made up the real rules the day after tomorrow, then forgot them and had to make new ones. So it's simple. You want, as your rewards, for us to answer a question. So the competition will involve answering questions. We ask, and one in each triplet answers. Always the same one, the others can only prompt. Let's see. It will be you, Little Kobold, you, Sir Alfrey, you, Neard, and you, Eltimar. Excuse me, sorry, I had a random cough there. Remember one thing, here at the Inconsequent Delights, there are no right or wrong answers. Every answer has weight, and each one will be weighed. Don't choose the lightest one, your rival might find a heavier argument, and more importantly, light answers are no fun for us. Why are you referring to yourself in the plural, host? You hear laughter emerge from under the hood. You know very well, you've met us, Eltimar, but it was at a different time. For now, be satisfied we do not wish to disclose ourselves. Tell us why do you, the creatures from the First World, need to organize all this? Win the competition and ask, those are the rules of the game, right? Hell no, we're not wasting a precious question to discover what the motives of the Fae and their lords. I don't have the imagination to think how absurd and silly their answer might be. Let's begin. Begins, the kobold jumps from joy. We're ready. The knight nods resolutely, despite the tentacles. Alright, let's see how tough they have it in the First World. Some of you look so serious. Thus we'll begin with a question about weighty matters. What can move a mountain? Jubilost, Lindsay, what's our answer? Oh, I should have skipped my philosophy class at the academy. Such problems baffle me. It's not because I can't think of an answer, but because I can think of 1,000 at once. I don't know where I can hide from them. Let's see. We're dealing with Fae in the First World. They told us that clearly trivial answers won't cut it. I think the answer is its own will. In the First World, mountains often change position. There's at least one that does it of its own free will. Thus, Ullus, one of the Tain, the walking mountain. Its own will. We heard you. What will the others say? What can move a mountain? The little kobold frowns desperately. Maybe dragon? Dragon can move a mountain. Faith and divine intervention. Do you hear, my faithful tentacles? Faith nourishes us. With devout faith in our tentacles and a righteous cause, everything is within our tentacles. A teleportation spell. Ha ha ha. I can probably manage moving a hill or two. In fact, that gives me an idea. We've heard you. Now you hear us. Of course, gods and magic can move mountains, but that answer is good for any question. How can one jump over the house? Magic. How to paint the fence yellow using blue paint? Divine intervention. Such light answers are the weakest. A good answer is its own will. Will and desire lie at the base of all of our motivations, action and decision. If a mountain has a will, it will surely find a way to move. That was an interesting round. Let the next question be heard. What weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none? Well, it's a secret. The little kobold looks as if he is about to cry. I don't know this. Maybe it's dragon? It's the knight's heart. I swear by my tentacles. It can belong to himself or his righteous cause, or to his greatest tentacles. It can't belong to everyone. Fire, look how I can roll my eyes. Fools, concentrate on the competition. This won't do. We won't accept the answers from the Zottenroppel triplet this round, but you are a spectacular eye roller. Now as for the other answers, the heart is not the best answer. Even among knights, there are many whose hearts belong to dutiful women, and a beloved mother, plus their friends, their commander, their righteous cause, and a delicious lunch. Especially a delicious lunch. And it doesn't seem that those hearts that belong to many grow any weaker. A secret is a good answer. The more souls know it, the less mysterious it is, but without a single bearer, it will die. Your triplet wins this round, Baron. Here, the third question. Each of us is born at the same time with a monster. Each day we live, each day it grows. It can torment us, bring us joy, or kill with a single wound. What is it? What do you say, Jubilost? I mean, it could be our past. Considering that the question is asked by a representative of the Fae, the answer could be anything from singing to the love of pastries, but let's think logically. The last part of the riddle can be easily ignored, because just about anything in the world can aid or ruin you depending on the circumstances. What's important is that the riddle clearly points to some quality or property of a living creature. Something that is born with us. Another point, it grows. I would say knowledge. Each new day brings something new, so our knowledge of ourselves and the world around us keeps growing. For some, this process is ridiculously slow. Right, knowledge it is. We've heard you. Oh, the others say, what is the monster? The little kobold grabs his head stressed. Maybe it's dragon? I feel so sorry for the kobold. It's curiosity. It's born with us. It grows day by day. It saves us from the bleaching, and if we only knew how many it's killed. I don't know if the answer will do, but the greatest tentacles is the one that lives inside of us. We grow a tentacle beast in our soul. We feed it with wrath, neglect, and tentacles. Eventually could break free and kill us, but tentacles must admit. The same beast that gives strength to villains and tentacles, the poison we feed our monsters only nourishes them. Interesting answers, except for the dragon. The dragon doesn't count. Alas, curiosity is also insufficient. The monster we described must grow by its own, or must by its own nature grow. Many see their curiosity dim over the years. We like the answers about knowledge and the inner beast, but both seem somewhat light. We expected something more substantial. We declare that both Sir Elfrey and Eltimar, along with their triplets, shall share the victory this round, but remember, a victory shared by two is half the victory. One final trial, and we'll sum up the results. I grow tired of questions, but do you know the game Knight, Dragon, Snag? The knight defeats the dragon burns the snag, but if the knight walks into the woods, he'll stumble on the snag and die. That's why the snag defeats the knight. Okay. Children's games, great. These are the inconsequent debates. Why not play a game? So you'll break into pairs and yell out your chosen word at the signal. The one who shouts knight defeats the one who shouts dragon. The one who shouts dragon defeats the one who shouts snag. Snag defeats knight. We'll play Sir Elfrey against the kobold, Neard against the baron. The winners will then play each other. Is the first pair ready? Oh no. Oh no. This is going to be a hard one, I don't know. Okay, well I'm going to have to think about which one I want to do. Sir Elfrey yelled knight, and the kobold yelled dragon. This is all too predictable, but charming in a way. The host is obviously enjoying the game. It's a good thing we didn't look ahead. It's much more fun to see it unfold like this. Sir Elfrey wins. Now for the second pair. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3... I don't know what I wanted to do. Oh man. I'm going to go knight. Dragon, Neard shouts, performing an on-the-spot impersonation of the kobold, then falls over laughing. Looks like her own amusement is more important to her than the competition. So the Baron wins. Now the winner against the winner. The Baron against the Knight. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna go Knight. I almost can guarantee it, because he is a Knight, and that's all he thinks about it. I think I'm gonna go Snag. Sir Elfrey takes a deep breath, and in his mighty chest, then the curse takes over. Tentacles! Realizing how their spells work, Neard and her brother start roaring with laughter, sometimes sniffling in delight. The host makes a helpless gesture. We cannot but pronounce the Baron the winner of this round, and now it's time to announce the winner of the debates. After 4 tests, the triplet of the Baron and Sir Jubilost wins. It was most amusing, children. Most amusing. You should know that this is rare praise from us. Congratulations, sirs and ladies. I swear by my tentacles, it was a worthy struggle. Your triplet performed better than we could have imagined. For that reason, you may ask us not 1 and not 2, but 3 questions. They must be asked by your Baron, the voice of your triplet. Oh no. Okay. Eltimar, do you remember the fate of the... No! Jubilost suddenly stops talking. He opens and closes his mouth, but makes not a sound. Have a silence spell, mate. I love it. Now what's it going to do? Come, brothers, let's run. Now everything is in your hands, Eltimar. Think well upon your questions. We will answer honestly, but I don't know is also an honest answer. Ask what the host from the first world might know. Okay. Well, let's take a look here. Well, let's read. Well, we said we'd do the gnome thing first, so let's do that. There was the question. We knew it would be asked, but a simple answer, a light answer, has no value, right? We hope our debates convince you of this. That's why we present you with another answer, a good one, a valuable one. Numbers will help you on your way. One of them is 5th and 10. It will be easy to find if you read. Who opened the road for the ancient dead man and his black feathered messenger? The second is 12 times in a dozen, and thrice is the number of those who lost their faces. Don't try to guess it now, it's not yet time. Wait till he who is born twice will be twice defeated. Put the 2 numbers together. When the moon leaves her path near the waters of the Candlemere, find the one who will open the secret. A heapless sends a mumble instead of a first walk the road, then you may accuse us of being senseless, but in the end, you won't. Okay. Well, let's go with who... I want to know about the affliction, the bloom that fell upon my barony. Well, that's an easy one, or is it? Once a very powerful creature from the first world unwisely provoked the rage of those who were 100-fold mightier. She was cursed and sent here to Golarion, to the Stolen Lands. Without going into too much detail, her curse afflicts the locals as well. To put it simply, your troubles will not cease until you've dealt with this uninvited guest. Anyway, we've discussed this further in your tomorrow and my yesterday. I wonder who my love is. Who am I bound to tie my love knot with? Yeah. We would like to know why this question is so popular. Alright, let's see. This hasn't happened yet. And this we've seen. So for you, it's in the future, and this is a fragment of the past, an important one. That keeps mumbling like this for a while. You seem to have a real appreciation for horns and tails. You're playing with fire, and that's a game that can end tragically, though it can also bring an unexpected and happy outcome. Everything is in your hands. Wait, this is so unexpected. Inside of you, we see a longing for the one who comes in dreams, Eltimar. Be wary. To choose this path means forsaking all others, and your chosen one would bring you to an abyss before making you happy. But no, we can say no more. That was your final question. We have to reach where we have the answer, and yet we don't. But what an adventure, Eltimar. We'll have to discuss this further on our return to the capital. Farewell, Eltimar. And before we almost forgot, the host turns to the kobold. You little creature, you didn't win, but you still managed to make us laugh. Do you want to come with us? No promises you'll turn into a dragon, but still. The kobold jumps from joy, then carefully asks, pointing at his jerboas, take my friends? Yes? Alright, fine, the hooded creature laughs. Listen all, the Inconsequent debates are now closed. We'll spare you all the effects of the Zottenroppel tricks, and bid you farewell. We won the debate, and our Smilodon didn't get to kill anything, which is actually fairly... Wait, hold up. Our group's not coming with us. Do we have to talk to them? Do they just come with us on their own? The Fae are no match for ingenuity. The debates, the Fae, and their mysteries, and most importantly, we didn't have to fight anyone. I like this adventure. It was a good adventure. And there is where we're going to leave you guys, because I need to get some work stuff done, and then we'll do another video later. So like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Take care.